And I don't know if they didn't have regular power lines because of the woods. Like there was a wooded area behind these houses. Like the development was built around a wooded area that separated them from condos that were further, what would you call it, north. I'm trying to figure out direction wise. Anyway, I looked up these things because I began to wonder, you know, how people survive, where their information comes from, how, you know, if life starts to scoot along a little easier, are they aided and abetted by transformers, power lines? For instance, I'm doing an overnight for someone now, and she lives in like a, it's more like a little Tuscan courtyard-ish village. You know, it's has a certain style, and in the middle there's a courtyard. It's like a circle of buildings that include like 4-story townhomes. Don't worry, it's not like, we're not talking, we don't want to talk about what I've seen on the inside. It's okay, but I'm just saying it's, you know, and then also around in front of them would be like apartments. So some are apartments, some are townhomes. And I noticed when I, you know, looked out her back window, windows of, you know, it's a 4-story-ish. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Right. It's like Trinity style because it can seem, well, anyway, it's hard to explain. I feel like the city's like this. And look out the windows and I see loads of power lines stretched all between the courtyardish little villa, whatever you want to call it, community little thing that she lives in, ring of homes. And the homes that back up to them, the homes that back up to her location are actually faced on South Street, and the backs of their homes back up to her cluster. But we are talking mega cords rolled up, stretched out, this, that, and we are talking fat cable cords. And I began to wonder how that might affect people. Is it good? Is it bad? Are people motorized like these Indigo bikes? You know, is there a little push kick starter if you have more electricity? Or depending on who you are, could it harm you? I did wonder, because the first time I did overnights there, I wound up with a migraine like no one's business. Also, when I first moved back to Philadelphia, actually, I kept getting headaches, but it was a severe one, happened to be coinciding with me doing overnights at her place, plus a major toothache that I've had issues with. It flares up every once in a while. When it first came on, I was in shock because I you know, like I didn't expect a toothache, but it was before Memphis had a Smile Direct Dental Club mass shooting. Isn't that funny? So, in addition, the first week of August 2021, in addition, the former Pope, now deceased, would be sent in the mail. I don't know if he actually received it, 3 bullets. In addition to that, there were 3 men, I get it, there were 3 men shot, injured, not killed in the neighborhood here in Philadelphia. Is that all a coincidence? What's going on? And are some people used? I saw a guy kind of, I don't know if he did it to show, but a guy kind of trip on these plastic things that are holding these posts in to protect, as a buffer to the bike lane. They protect bikers. This maroon Dodge Ram and a white Dodge Ram. But imagine you sort of trip forward and into the traffic. New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So 2 different styles of plates. New Jersey puts letters all over the place. Pennsylvania has letters and numbers. Usually 3 letters in the beginning, numbers in the end. "53 degrees" it says up there on Pico. Sorry I didn't catch it on the camera. 53 is quite a plummet. I happen to be 54, so I'll be 55 in December. Can you believe that? God. I am ready to sign up for AARP and get whatever benefits I can. Of course, you have to pay for AARP, but it's like, what kind of benefits can I get for being 55 and older? I want a little card, you know. So, want some free yoga? Anyway, so I took the long way around here to enjoy this latte in this brisk weather. Here we are in the Serpico River. So go down. We'll do the zigzag down. Lots of wind. We've had gustados instead of tornadoes. Gustados. It's like a wind event, I guess. I swear to God, these terms did not come up when I was growing up. What's a gustado, Mom? So gustado was actually used, and it's actually in the books. They defined it as if they read the meteorologist's Bible themselves, handbook, workbook, study guide, cliff notes. We're a little thesaurus here, coming up with the closest synonyms for every word that comes off as, you know, as if there were 5 words on the power lines in the sky. And I don't want to leave anyone out. How dare I, you know, be too selective or discriminate against different words in the sky. I'm very accepting, so we have to include as many as we get. I'm used to looking in a thesaurus as a writer, having to formulate clear, concise sentences and being as interesting and precise at the same time as possible. So that's part of the gig. If you wind up with a fairly good paying job writing, you're like, I don't want to be the loser here who doesn't know anything. So no one would actually say that, but there are very competitive people in that field, even if you're in a job that's kind of not overly impressive, you know what I mean? So still, everybody has to outdo everybody else. I'm not really like that, but I didn't want to feel like the gazelle falling behind the pack, the weak link, the easy target, the what have you, the lowest one on the totem pole. So I read a lot of sophisticated periodicals, journals, journalism, books, even videos, and that helped. Of course, I had to write, rewrite, reinforce, and all that. Things didn't always stick in my brain that easily. I don't know why that is. I do know that if people are in fear, fight or flight mode most of their lives, or if they're in defensive mode or protective mode, just like kids in school, they're not focused on school. Like, they are worried about 10 million other things. So, you know, a little Grammarly workbook isn't on their list of things to do. They're worried about what's going on. You see geese on the river, Canadian snow geese. I don't know if you can see through this camera, but there's